Hi, my name is Jonathan Briscoe. The artifact I have chosen to analyze for this research project is Delphi. More specifically, I will be talking about the Temple of Apollo that is located at Delphi, and even more specifically, the oracle process that took place within the temple. A quick overview of what I will be discussing today. I'll begin by divulging some background information on Delphi, exactly what it was, and more specifically, what exactly the oracle process was that took place there. I will then describe a rhetorical method known as BUrke's Pentad. After describing this rhetorical method, I will discuss how I applied the Pentad to Delphi and help me in my analysis of it. Finally, I will discuss what I discovered from my analysis using the Pentad, as well as some of my own personal thoughts on the matter. The research question I used to help guide my research throughout this project is through what means did the Delphic oracle receive its persuasive power and prestige in ancient Greece? So, what is Delphi? It's located in lower central Greece along the slope of Mount Parnassus. One of the most popular stories about how it came to be is that Zeus released two eagles, sometimes it's said to be ravens, from opposite ends of the earth. They then flew around the earth and met over Delphi, where they began to fly in a circle. This signified that they had met at the center of the earth and located their location. It is also marked by the Amorphous stone, also known as the navel stone. The Amorphous stone is supposed to mark the exact center point of the earth as well. Additionally, the Amorphous stone is supposed to allow the humans direct contact to the gods. Some of the origins of Delphi. According to the Greeks, it was founded by the god Apollo. Apollo was the Greek god of prophecy, music, and healing. Apollo supposedly defeated a python which guarded Delphi and the navel of the earth. This python was thought to be the offspring of Gaia, who was Mother Earth. Some more information on Delphi. It was a Panhellenic sanctuary. Every 4 years, the Pythian Games would be held there. They were very similar to the Olympics, and athletes and people from all over Greece would travel there to see the games. Originally, it was started out as only a music competition, as Apollo is the god of music. However, it grew and evolved into what people then knew as the Pythian Games. Now, as there were many reasons for coming to Delphi, such as the one I just mentioned, most people came to visit the picture you can see here, the Temple of Apollo. In particular, they came here to consult the Pythia. The Pythia was the priestess at the Temple of Apollo. They were always women, and usually virgins, who dedicated their lives to voicing the prophecies of Apollo. They sat in an inner chamber of the sanctum, known as the Atrium. She was believed to embody the spirit of Apollo himself while inside the chamber. As far as the oracle process goes, the Pythia would begin by bathing in the Castalian spring located around and in the temple. She would then sit upon a tripod in the Atrium. She would inhale noxious gases that filled the chamber, and then she would deliver a jumbled message after entering a trance-like state, in which a priest at the temple would put into his own words and deliver it to the person who came in looking of answers, questions, or to consult the oracle. So what exactly was the cause of the Pythia's hallucinations? How did she get into the trance-like state? Modern research has revealed that limestone bedrock blanketed the area of Delphi. It has also been revealed that there's a lot of seismic activity in the area, and plate tectonic movements may have caused the limestone to heat up and release certain gases. These gases have thought to have been leaked to the surface and even contaminate the water sources there of the Castalian spring. Methane and ethylene, which are gases that stimulate the central nervous system and cause hallucinations, are thought to be the gases released by this limestone and tectonic heat combination. Now, as far as the Delphic oracle goes, it was the most important oracle in all of ancient Greece. People would travel great lengths and pay great sums of money to consult the Pythia there. Now, it was only open for a few months a year and for a few days during those months. It would close in the winter months as Apollo would leave the temple, and it was thought that Dionysus, another Greek god, would then inhabit it. It was said that a city-state could not function without the Delphic oracle, and before any important decision was made in Greece, whether it was to go to war, perhaps who someone should vote for as a politician, or even to get married or not, they would consult the Delphic oracle first. A big question is why? Why was the Delphic Oracle so prestigious in ancient Greece, and why was it considered the most important? It obviously wasn't the only oracle known in the world at that point in time. So what really set it apart? I'm going to use a rhetorical method known as BUrke's Pentad to try and determine this. BUrke's Pentad is similar to a journalist's who, what, when, where, and why questions. It is 5 terms that are broken up. The first is the agent, who is the group or individual who is the protagonist or main character. The second is the act, which is the major action that has taken place by the agent. The third is the agency, which is the means or the instruments the agent uses to perform the acts. The fourth is the scene, which is the location or the situation in which the act takes place. The last is the purpose, which is what the agent intends to perform by accomplishing the act, or why the agent actually acts. Now, my analysis of Delphi through the Pentad, I determined that the agent is a person who traveled to Delphi in order to consult the Pythia. I found out that the act was the actual asking of the question by the agent, or the person traveling to Delphi itself. As far as the agency, I determined that it was not only the Pythia, but the gas that brought the Pythia into the trance-light state, the wisdom as Apollo, as she was supposed to be directly communicating with him, and the priest who then would translate her message. I thought the scene is the temple of Apollo and the center or navel of the earth. And the purpose, I thought, was to seek advice about the future for the person or the agent to make the best decision possible regarding an issue. What did I conclude from this? According to my analysis using BUrke's Pentad, I determined that the most dominant term was the scene. I believe the answer to my research question, how Delphi gained its persuasive power in ancient Greece and got so much prestige, was because of the scene. I believe that the gas being released there and the whole process and everything that happened there itself was kind of based off Delphi being the center of the earth and the gas, which kind of made it so persuasive and prevalent in everyone's mind. It gave Delphi and the oracle there credibility, which I believe other oracles did not have. And this, I believe, is what made it lead to be the most important oracle in all of ancient Greece. Some of my closing statements and own personal ideas on it. I think it's very funny if you think how seriously the ancient Greeks took Delphi, because you essentially had people making the most important decisions of their lives, and it's actually city-states determining whether to go to war or not, all based on talking to a woman who is high off noxious gases, and then would have a riddle be translated by a priest back to these people. It is truly a mind-blowing thing to think that for years and years, people would rely off someone high off of an important life decision. Thank you very much for listening to my main points today. I hope you enjoyed my presentation.